Hey guys, this is Chris from Empire Bricks and welcome to yet another LEGO Star Wars review. Today I'm having a look at set 75145, the Eclipse Fighter. It's my first Freemaker Adventure set. It was released in 2016, has 363 pieces, comes with 2 minifigs, and it originally retailed for $29.99 or €39.99. So, first of all, like I mentioned, this is my first Freemaker Adventures set. Not a set that a lot of people want to have or actually have. The Freemaker Adventures is not that popular among adults or diehard Lego Star Wars fans. It's a series I think mostly aimed at kids, but this set was 50% off, and most people that actually have it tell me that it's a pretty good build. The figures are okay, so I thought, okay, why not? Let's give it a try. So, to start off, let's start with the figures. It comes with 2 figures, which is a little bit on the cheap side for a set that is $30 or €40. You'd expect at least 3 or maybe 2 and a droid or something. But this first minifig is Dengar. I believe he is a bounty hunter, and he looks pretty amazing. As far as I was told, he only comes in the UCS Superstar Destroyer, so it's pretty cool to have him in another set. He has really detailed printing on the front. It actually kind of looks like he has an old weathered Stormtrooper armor of some sort, which is pretty cool. This is a really neat piece to have, maybe to build your mocks and stuff. He has back printing, which is kind of hard to see because he also has a brick built backpack, but it's not that much of not really exciting back, but the backpack is pretty cool. I haven't seen this one before. It has this gunmetal gray piece down here and these brown things, so that looks pretty cool. The headpiece is new for me as well. It looks like the one that they used in earlier years in Lego Pirate sets, but it's actually different. It works really well, and the lines are just perfectly on his head. So you see how that black line exactly follows the edge of the headpiece. So that's pretty cool. This is a really quality figure. It's nice to have. It comes with this actual rifle, no stud shooter, so that's good. So I'm happy to have this figure. Up to the next one. This is Nari or Nare. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it because I don't watch the series, but this is an amazing figure to have. She's a Sith, and she has this really detailed printing on both torso and legs, which Dengar does not. He has no leg printing, as you can see. But this printing is just amazing. Just looking at the back, it goes there. So it's the printing of a robe. It's all gray. And then she has this really menacing face. I'll just take off this robe piece and you can see it. And it's quite scary. It's a really, really nice headpiece. One of the beautiful headpieces, most beautiful that I have seen. But she also has a friendly face on the other side. But and if you can really have a close look, then you can see that it looks like the red lines that you can see here are there in white on the other side, or at least some sort of white printing on the other side. As she would have like an angry face, or if she's angry, then these patterns feel red or something like that. But it looks amazing. Then there's this hood piece, which is dark blue. I haven't seen it in dark blue yet, so it looks amazing with the gray. And she has this cape, and this is something that I can't show you, but I can tell you that all the capes that I have seen in previous sets have this starched fabric, which is kind of hard and stays straight. And this feels like silk, or it's really soft and falls down on its own. It doesn't fold that easily, and it feels like the same cloth that they use for the newer buildable figures. But I'm really happy with this new cape. I hope they will be doing this for other figures as well. And then she comes with this red lightsaber with this curved or almost curved light gray lightsaber hilt, which I didn't have yet, and I'm really happy to have that one. And actually in this set you get an extra lightsaber hilt, so that's really cool if you want to use that for other Sith figures that you have or other Jedi. That's great. And this is the figure that keeps on giving. She also has a hairpiece, which is also new for me, and it looks amazing. It has so much detail in it. It's pretty big actually, and she still looks really good with that. So really happy to have this minifigure. She will definitely be joining my Sith army, but for now she'll get her hood back. So quite a long talk about the figures, but they are kind of special. Only bummer, and that is maybe one of the biggest bummers of this set, is that there's only 2 of them, no droids or anything. But the build comes with an extra build, which is this small speeder, and this is something that Lego doesn't do that often anymore, that they offer a small build with their sets. I think there is a Y-wing or an A-wing that has kind of a yellow crane. Stuff like that really improves the set a lot. And this speeder is kind of short and kind of small if you look at the figure, but it feels really, really sturdy. It's a nice build. Actually, it takes a while to build. Lots of pieces in this, and it looks kind of cool. I think it's pretty good. Lots of detail. It really fits the figure, and it gives a little bit of context to the ship. Because if you just get one ship, then the play value is a little bit less, because you only have that one ship, and now you have an extra one, so you can have them interact together. So it's good to have this one as well. And then we come to the actual build of this set, the Eclipse Fighter. I have seen it in trailers of the Freemakers Adventure series. It looks pretty cool. I'm not sure where it's from, but it definitely fits in the line of other Sith ships, like the Interceptors. It's all black and red, so it screams Sith to me, at least. Downside is that it doesn't have that much functionality. I think this is the flying mode, so it has this horizontal look to the front wing, and if you pull this piece, then they fold in a little bit, and it has more of a fighter kind of mode, which is kind of cool. And I'm pretty sure that this actually is the fighter kind of mode, because if you close the wings, then these pieces here in front are closed, and if you open it up, then these 2 spring-loaded shooters kind of appear, and now they have room to shoot. So that's pretty cool. The way how they did this is really amazing. There's these Technic beams, and there's 2 underneath here, which are covered up really, really well, because we have a look underneath. You can see that there's a lot of Technic stuff going on, and on top you can barely see that. So good job covering that up by Lego. Small detail on the wings here is this piece, which I was really surprised is not a sticker. There's no stickers in the set, which is kind of a plus. And I haven't seen these pieces before. This kind of flowering emblem. It resembles kind of a flower and Imperial logo, but in red instead of white. But it looks pretty cool, and it's a really nice printed piece to have. And there's 1 on each wing, so you got 2 of those. So you can open it up, you can shoot it, but except for that, you can maybe flap the wings a little bit, but that's about it with this set. So that's kind of a bummer, and as you can see, it's not that big of a ship, even though there's 363 pieces in the set. But as you can see, a lot of those pieces are really small, and there's a ton of these Technic pins in the set. I think there's at least 50 of them all around the set. So there's a pretty high piece count, but there are small pieces, I didn't really realize that in the beginning. So it's an exciting build. It has some new techniques, but it's not that big. On the other hand, you get the speeder as well, so that kind of makes up for that. So that's kind of it for the functionality. There is a cockpit, but there isn't even a dashboard or anything. So that's, I think, the first thing a lot of people would modify on this set and put a dashboard in it. So this can open, but I mean, every cockpit can open. So I wouldn't count that as a functionality. And sort of last but not least is that if you just take these spring-fired shooters out, I just one flew across the room. You get one spare of these, or if you want to store them somewhere, there's clips on the bottom of the ship. You can keep it over there, or you can keep the lightsaber over here, because you can take it with her on the cockpit. So that's the Eclipse Fighter. I'm kind of torn about this set because there are some pretty big upsides and some pretty big downsides. The upsides are the build itself, so it's really exciting to build. You're busy for a while, and that's really good. There's a lot of pieces that I haven't seen before, at least not in those colors. So it's exciting to see all those pieces and put them together, and that's good. There's a high piece count. The minifigures are great, even though there's only 2 of them, but they're great figures. And there's an extra speeder with the set, which creates some context and interaction with the whole set. So for kids, I think this is just great. It does a good job as a Freemaker's Adventure series set. The biggest downside, I guess, is the lack of functionality in the fighter itself, and I would have liked at least one extra minifig, maybe an Astro droid or another droid, or I don't know, somebody extra, because 2 figs for $30 or 40 euros is still a little bit on the low side, even though this one is really amazing because with the new cape, the additional hairpiece, the great lightsaber hilt, which you get 2. So, I mean, it's a really great figure, but still it needed 3. So those are my final thoughts. I hope you really liked this review. If you liked, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next video.